Our own John Velasco has a scorecard that he has put together, kind of walking through these different robot vacuums that are available. John, so good to see you. Where do you want
Hey,
to
Greg.
start off with this?
So yeah, we did a scorecard recently on digitaltrends.com talking about some of the most efficient robot vacuums because let's face it, they help us out in our daily lives. Less cleaning for us, more cleaning for them, easier for everyone. So we did the scorecard, and basically we were looking at three main things. I'm going to talk about them here in this piece. So the first thing we're looking for is it whether or not they have some sort of automatic dirt disposal system. So can these robot vacuums actually clean themselves out after they're done? Because that's one less thing for us to worry about. Number two, does it have a wet mopping option? Because yes, cleaning the floors is great, sucking up dirt and debris is great, but if they also mop, makes it even better. And the last thing here is whether or not they have zones. Can you set up zones for different rooms? You could tell a robot vacuum to go to the living room, bedroom, and can you also set up boundaries so that they don't go to places where they're not supposed to go? So the first one we talk about here on our list is the Shark IQ robot. Now, out of all the ones I'm going to talk about here, this is the most affordable one. It's $550, and yes, it has that auto dirt disposal system. So when it's done cleaning, it'll automatically go back to its home base, empty itself out, so there's nothing on your end that you have to worry about. And you clean that disposal system, I'd say probably once a month. You could also set up zones so that the robot knows where to go, so it can be far more efficient. It does have a lower capacity 3000 milliamp hour battery. So that means the runtime is a little bit less than the others, about 90 minutes. But the nice thing about robot vacuums today is that they're intelligent. If their battery's low, they'll go back to the home base, charge up a little bit, just enough to get the rest of the cleaning done, and then go back to where it left off and complete the entire cleaning. So moving on to the second one that made our recommendation is the Roborock S6 Max V, excuse me. So yeah, this is an interesting robot. It has a lot of tech in it. And the neat thing about it is that it has a mopping feature, so it does that for you. It has also, you could set up your zone so it knows where to go. It does have a built-in camera, which is unique among robot cameras. It uses LiDAR technology for navigation and mapping out your rooms. And the neat thing about the camera itself is that it'll automatically detect obstacles. So let's say you have a shoe or let's say a pet bowl, it'll be able to detect those things and move away from them so it doesn't get tangled up. And it's very efficient too because of that LiDAR system. It maps your home out. So it does a nest pattern so it automatically will clean and mop. It's a little bit pricey up there. It's at $800, but you get the best of everything. So you have AI-driven cameras, you have the mopping functionality. It's an efficient cleaner, so definitely something we'd recommend here. And moving on, so that's on the high end, but the highest end model that we're going to talk about here is the iRobot Roomba S9 Plus. Now, this is the king out of, I'd probably say, all the robot vacuums. It has excellent cleaning performance. It has an auto dirt disposal system. So just like the Shark, it'll automatically go back to the home base when the dustbin is completely full and empty itself out. So that's just more convenience for you at home. You don't have to worry about that. You could also set up zones. So if you want Tal to go to the living room, clean up a particular area, you could even set it up now so that it knows where the dining room table is. So after every meal, you could have it clean up automatically. It, like I said, excellent cleaner. It has a special type of brush. This type of brush that they use doesn't get tangled with hair or other debris that you see with traditional brushes. It is costly, though, I want to say, $1,000, but you're getting an excellent robot vacuum that'll clean, very efficient. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in robot vacuums as far as being more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, all three of those are good examples right there. And just
Exactly.
with some of that tech that's involved with them, LiDAR, I mean, $1,000 is a lot for a robot vacuum. But still, if it's cleaning that well, I mean, I suppose it probably does pay for itself in the long run. And I know we've got all of these too up at Digital
Yep.
Trends. I'm assuming, John, is there a roundup of all of these?
Yeah, we have them on digitaltrends.com. And also, I want to point out if you have a lower budget, $1,000 is really up there. I have some other recommendations out there, like the Eufy RoboVac L70, $500. You have a dual system mopper vacuum combination There's the Niato D7, which has a very unique D-shaped design, so it's great as far as covering the corners. And there's also the Ecovacs DBot 960 that I want to recommend. It has advanced AI, so it also can detect objects and avoid them. But yeah, check out the full scorecard on our website, digitaltrends.com.